What is up, my car family? It's Nathan with BarkLife. We're here with the SC300. We already had the turbo kit installed, and now we're installing the Supra AFC. If you don't know what that is, it is a fuel controller. And if you've seen episodes prior, you know that we bought three of them, one for the MR2, one for the SC, and one for who knows what. It's an old school way of tuning for your fuel control, that sort of thing. Measures knock, RPMs, all that stuff. Fuel percentage, super useful. Anyways, it's the way we used to tune before we started getting standalones. Just an inexpensive way to take care of business. So that's what we're doing here. So come along and you guys will get to check out what we're doing. But yeah, we're going to be installing that down under the passenger floorboard on the computer. If you don't know what a Supra AFC 2 is, it's a way to control your fuel, measure knock, make sure you don't have any issues, and then we're going to use that in conjunction with an AEM UGO wideband. So that's going to allow us to accurately measure what our air-fuel ratios are and tune accordingly. So check it out. We'll be doing that today. All right, so first step in getting the wiring removed on the SC300 is pulling all this out. So it just pops right out of this seal over here. No big deal. Pull back the carpet and there you go. You have the computer. So it's a 10mm bolt right here. We're gonna need to remove some of this tape, but yeah, 10mm bolt. This one, just kind of pop that tab and pull it out. We'll get that as soon as we get this out. I already got this kind of loose, but yeah, so this 10mm right here, you unscrew it. Again, no biggie. Just gonna pull that out. Sometimes you gotta get a flathead in here, just kind of pop it free, but usually I can get it by hand. I'm on camera, so of course it's not going to work the way it's supposed to. See if we can get froggy with this. No. It's going to be a big old bully. Alright, so we're getting it. If we get the wrench on the right side. So yeah, it's long and obnoxious, but there it is. There's the first plug out. Second, we just have to depress this right here and pop it out. There we go. So we're off. That is missing its guide. Interesting. Should have a cover like this on it, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, there it is. Now we have access to wiring. And another big thing is having the right tools. I solder, so this is a huge debate in cars. I've soldered for the last 20 years, so trying to get me to stop soldering wire connections on a car is not going to happen. People argue that, oh, they don't hold up, blah, 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 but no, they do too. They definitely hold up. Oh, and if you're wondering why these seats don't look very SC300, because they're out of a Tiburon, and I did a video, and I'll link that up there. But yeah, there we go. All pulled out, and now we're going to start cutting. I have some old papers, so I'm in the habit of saving. If I find something I find useful, I print it off. And so here is this, you guys. So if you have OBD2 with hot wire, here is the wiring diagram. So that's the pin on the right. You see into 58. So that is pin 58 on the ECU side. And these are facing you. So that's if you're looking at the plug. The first time I wired one of these, I did it into backwards. It was so bad. That was also about 20 years ago on a Honda. Anyways, so if you come over here, you can go 51, 53, 58. Boom. And then you're all set. You can also come over here to the next page. And this gives us a pinout just to make sure we're looking at the right thing. I mean, this paper is probably, well, the paper's not, but the printout on it's probably approaching also 10 to 12 years old. But all right, so we got it all buttoned up, all taped up. Just going to tighten down the last thing for this, and then we'll give it a shot. Well, we have wideband installed, we have boost gauge installed, and Supra SC2 installed. It's all kind of roughed in. I mean, check out that gap, baby, yeah. But the point of this is just to get it rolling. And let's be honest, when you were doing this as a kid, you did it quick, and you were trying to, well, okay, let's reiterate that. When I was doing it as a kid, you know, an 18-year-old kid, we just wanted to get everything hooked up. I mean, that's pretty darn fancy. And that's pretty darn fancy for back then. But our goal was to do that. So the next step from here is I need to program the Supra SC for the car. So the type of sensor, get throttle points set, that sort of thing. But this is now the view on the SC300. What is up? I'm excited. Get to start tuning it, actually see our boost level, air fuels, and start tuning with that guy, start adjusting our fuel. We're also going to retime it, get it nice and zeroed out, and then go from there. But yeah, we are pretty much there. So exciting times. This is the 3 components you need to have other than your turbo kit. So you need to have a wideband. That lets us, I'm going to just kind of give a brief explanation as to what it does. The wideband tells me the air fuel mixture after it's burned. So it lets us know what's going on. You have the boost gauge, which obviously in a naturally aspirated motor, you'll have vacuum, which is down here. We're hoping to be somewhere up by that 10, just below that 10. And then here we use this. As we add more air pressure, the air fuels will go up. The higher the number, so right now it's reading 15.5.5, which is basically right at atmospheric. It's normal amount. Which if you're off throttle, that's an okay number. On throttle, where you're getting into boost, you want to start seeing numbers in 11s and 12s. So that's kind of where you want to tune it. And we're going to use this to pull some fuel out. Right now, we're still on stock injectors with a big fuel pump. So we're probably going to, hopefully, I'm hoping the wastegate has a 6-pound spring in it. We have a manual boost controller, and that's the way we're going to try to go about this. But we're only running a few pounds of boost. So there it is. It's all installed.